commented on a post. Um, hello. Late night with SSW. I decided to do this really late night. Hello, SS Slinger. I want to talk about some things. I recently got a comment, and this was a comment that wasn't visible. It was one of those negative comments. You know how YouTube censors negative comments? Well, an old foe that used to be a friend decided to comment to me and talked about how, he talked about, how about something about a sock. Oh, I always say living well is the best revenge, tack felon. And I get more subscribers than you on my channel. I'm monetized. You lost your monetization. And guess what? Tack fam is no more. You barely exist. And you become a pariah in the air gun community. You jackass. And I found out that you can't send anybody to my house. You're full of shit. And well, if you come yourself, well, try that in a small town. Oh. Well, no, I'm going to laugh at this because I think living well is the best revenge. And this jackass, he talks about how I can't get laid, all this and that. Yeah, but you pay for it. Big Tactical, you pay for it. You pay for hookers. And I'm betting you have a dozen STDs to go along with that. Does your wife know that you mess around with hookers? Because I know. And everybody knows. I know. I just wanted to put that out. See, living well is the best revenge. My channel is bigger than his. My channel gets more views, more subscribers. And yeah, you did worry me at first, but I realized I talked to a family member. You can't send Crips or Bloods to my house. That's way out of their territory. They're not coming all the way up here. Even if they did, they wouldn't leave. they would be gone. They wouldn't even come back. They would never leave this town. Oh boy. So you're full of shit, Big Tactical. You're an internet gangster, and I should have never feared you. Your bark is worse than your bite. But look at me now. Look at this. Much more slender, stronger. So, living well is always the best revenge. And I wish you the best, Big Tactical. I hope you find the Lord Jesus Christ. Because you're living a very degenerate lifestyle. And you think it's okay. You think it's cool to go to hell. That's exactly where you're going to go if you keep living this life. At the very least, I can say that I can say that I'm saved by grace and my soul is going to heaven when I die. What about you, Big Tactical? Anyway. Yeah, I got a comment from him. He was talking about, it was on a post. You won't see it because I deleted it. It was talking about you just need a sock to keep you cum. You ain't got no woman. Well, Big Tactical, you have to pay for your women. Who's got more self-respect? You can't touch me. Don't even try. Oh no, I'm not pissed. I'm reveling in it. No. No, I laugh at it. No way. You went all your way to contact me, thinking I would never see that comment because it would be basically in the negative comments box. It would be censored. But I found it. I always look at my censored comments. Inappropriate comments, they call it on YouTube. But I found it. I read it. I've been minding my business. What about you, Big Tactical? You're no more. Tac Fam is no more. You're a pariah in the airgun community. There's a lot of things I agree with you on, but at the same time, you are a total degenerate, and you live a very degenerate lifestyle. I have no respect for you. Nothing. And your bark is worse than your bite. Kiss my ass. All right, enough of that. All right, enough of that. Well, we got some good things going here. Good things going. Yeah. I don't care. Tonight, I really don't care. Now there was a 4-hour power outage in my county. For 4 hours, I was without power, but I always have my backups. Really? I'm happy. Thank you. Thank you, Guns and Gear. That's so true. Thank you, Guns and Gear. God bless you. All right, I'm not angry. Perfectly happy. I am positive. Now, I didn't want to bring this up, but I decided to do it because I'm showing that I'm fearless. I'm showing that this guy is not. Don't scare me because he's an internet gangster. And I'm being positive, even no matter what. Don't give a shit. Don't care. They fired the first shot. Just remember, my channel's bigger, badder than yours. AAC. AAC. Yeah, you know it. But let's get on to some other things. It's okay, Uncle Dan. It doesn't really matter if it's the real world or not. I just need to say that. But let's get on to some other things, shall we? Well, I just uploaded a new video showing my new launcher and pellet pistol. And I basically show, and what I show in that video is basically that even, okay, if you now it is true that pellet pistols would not be good for self-defense if you didn't have H&N Hornets. H&N Hornets are kind of are needle sharp, and they have a how can I say, a thin diameter, which is very similar principle to that of, let's say, of a blowgun dart. For example, a blowgun dart can pierce flesh even at low velocity air. Because it's thin, it's got a needle sharp point, if you understand. And a needle sharp point. And that's how it works. Basically, if it's got a thin diameter and a needle sharp point, even at low velocity, it's going to pierce, pretty much. And to you, but to me, sometimes it's all you got. You know, if it's all I got, it's all I got. If all I got is what I got, do the best with what you got. That's what I'm going to say. Do the best with what you got. Okay? And what I say is that yes, the Crossman Vigilante, for example, pellet pistol with regular pellets would not be effective for self-defense. But, however, with basically the H&N Hornet pellets, because they're needle sharp tips and their thin diameter, they are effective. Not with regular pellets. You have to have H&N Hornets. Maybe not. Well, maybe bone, possibly bone, but definitely a leather jacket. Definitely. So yes, they can. It has a very needle tip. And I put them in here. These are the H&N Hornets. If you can see, they're in the magazine, and you can see that they're very sharp. So just like a blowgun dart, and I have like a blowgun, like with the darts and everything, in the other room. I haven't used it in a while, but I've shot it quite a few times. It's about the velocity. It's about the thin diameter. I think George Sprague was talking about. George Sprague made an interesting launcher that shot blowgun darts. It's called the 6-needler, and it's like a revolver launcher. And even at low velocity CO2 air, it still could pierce through basically wood and ballistic. So it's about the diameter of the projectile and the sharpness of it. If it's needle sharp and has a thin diameter, yes, it's going to pierce. Exactly. Exactly, Bandit. Exactly. So the Crossman Vigilante is one of those air pistols that doesn't break the bank. Now, it's been used by a lot of less than lethal aficionados for self-defense. Now, as you know, I modified mine to have a quick pierce. You just got to take a Dremel. That's all in my video, by the way. You got to take a Dremel, do some things, It's not hard to basically modify the handle. Well, yes, I would. I would suggest, Uncle Dan, you check out the less than lethal launchers. I can't show any launchers because they look like firearms, but yes, there are effective less than lethal launchers that are effective for self-defense. And yes, there are air guns. For example, the PCP air guns you can use to defend yourself. PCP stands for pre-charged pneumatic. And here's basically what an H-N Hornet looks like. Okay. No, that's not an H-N Hornet. Sorry, fooled ya. No, this is a different kind of pellet. My apologies. My bad. Well, I'll tell you what. I have several different types of air guns, okay? How would I use it for defense? Like I said, the H-N Hornets will, if I have to aim for the face. You aim for the face. Or with the H-N Hornets, sometimes you need to, if you want to take, delete them, you aim for the throat. The throat. Or the eye. Anything that's going to basically make them hurt, or sometimes you make them go. So yeah, it would work. Now, I will say this. You cannot use any other pellet to basically for a pellet pistol to be effective in self-defense. And H-N Hornets are the only way, just about. You know what I mean? So you got to buy yourself a can of H-N Hornets to really get it done. Now, there are the PCP air rifles and pistols that do have firearm power. Okay, they have firearm power. Okay, they do. I think the AAA. Well, here with this is. I'll put it this way: there's a lot of pellet rifles and pistols that you butt with PCP, and I'm not talking about the drug here. Pre-charged pneumatic. You have to pump. It has an air tank, a pressure gauge, and you have to pump it up, and you have to pump the air in. It's different from less than lethal, which requires CO2 most of the time. So it is possible. It is possible. All right. Well, 8 views and 5 likes. Well, I know this wasn't going to be it's like 11:33 here, so I know this wasn't going to be a big stream. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So this has been a very good stream. I just want to make a point. If anybody's anybody has any more questions, I'll stick around if you got any more questions for me, you know. Anybody got any questions? Okay, I mean the chat is going. Hello, Orange. Okay, how you doing, Orange? Looking with your googly eyes. Okay. All right. Well, that being said, God bless you. And all glory goes to God. And remember that living well is the best revenge. My channel is bigger and better. Thank you. Then Tack Fam. All right, I gotta go. Bye, everybody.